my name is Irina. Welcome to my studio. It's a mess, I know, but I finished the journal and I really needed to do some little projects because it was a big thing and I'm like, I don't know why the video got so long. However, I'm doing a new project, like in the mornings, I'm doing something new and I have decided I have so many papers that, you know, I wouldn't use it for anything but back up something, right? But then I thought, I saw something somewhere. Somebody stuck a flower on it. And I'm like, I can stick a flower on it. You know what? In all this mess, believe it or not, I have lost my scissors. Maybe they are somewhere. I just can't see them. I don't know. The same one like here, but for sticky stuff. So I better don't cut anything that's not sticky with these. So, ugly papers for my book of ideas. And, you know, I have all these Tim Holtz flowers that I cut for my store some, and then I don't know what to do with them. Some of them don't cut very well, and I keep them all, and I'm like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? So I started using the flowers. I'm like, yay, I need to put this in my book of ideas, you know, because I need to know what to do. And I was using up, when I was cleaning up, remember I had, this was almost full. I used almost everything up now. So what am I going to use now? Who knows, right? What am I going to use now? We don't know. Okay, I'm sure I have more. Oh yeah, there. No, there is not more. There is the leftovers from my journal. Ooh, what? Okay. I have more scraps. Using up scraps, okay? And I will just glue my scraps if I can find glue. I'm always so unprepared. How can you watch me sometimes? Because I'm always so unprepared. But also, isn't it like real life? I don't know if any crafter prepares. Tell me please. Are you a crafter who prepares everything first, you know, lays it all out and makes it all pretty before you start doing stuff? Because I can never do that. I just can never do that. I have more leftover papers here. And I'm just gonna rip this part off. And am I doing two? No, I'm only doing one. One's enough, right? Right, guys? One is enough. Should I glue it here? Yeah, maybe. Just glue it somewhere. Another glue stick was empty and I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna run out of glue sticks. And then I went to get a new glue stick and I still have like 1,000 of them left. Just glue whatever leftover papers you got. I should have prepared some leftover papers, but me being me. Oh, there you go. There I have some. I got some. Don't you worry. I got some here. I got something here that I can totally use. Okay, let's rip this up. And just stick it right here. Not too far. Would I need that much, girl? And I'm gonna sew. So that's why I'm not kind of gluing very well. But also I want it to stick out a little bit from the sides, if that makes sense. Okay, what else is here? I have this little tiny piece of paper that I'm just gonna rip up and glue it right in the middle here to cover up the hole. I think I didn't cover up the hole. I'm gonna cover up the hole. Cover up the hole, girl! And this one I would like to stick better because I'm not gonna sew on this part, right? How do people trust glue sticks? I don't trust glue sticks at all. You know, but I'm gonna glue a piece of flour on top, so I should be all right. And then I have this piece of paper here. I'm looking for the smallest ones, so I can use up all of my little pieces, tiny pieces, you know, so I don't have to make more. Like, there is one. That's super small. That's nice, right? Right. Let's just rip this. I don't know where it came from. It came from somewhere. Leftover from something. How far am I going here? I want to go a little bit like I want this to be sticking out here from this side because I do. Okay, all right. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of sequins here, and I was just doing stuff. I was just like, let's play, right? So I'm playing, and I'm going to play with blue. I think. Is blue a good playing color? Yeah. Where's my flower? Right here. I'll put my flower right there, and just give it a little bit of a color. A little bit of color. It might rip, but it's okay. It is half ripped. I actually cut this from corrugated cardboard. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, you probably can. You're not blind, right? But I just give it a little bit of color. Just so I can play with the stuff I got, right? Alright. So what else do I need to do? I need my glue. I need to glue the part down that came off. Oh, my glue is almost empty now. But at least it works with me for now. Remember, it stopped working and then it just started working. I didn't do anything. So I still don't know why it stopped working. It stopped coming out and now it is coming out. And I'm just gonna glue the flower. See? Packaging. Packaging, packaging, packaging. I love packaging. I love using up stuff. I'm thinking about making a journal that I have never made before. Very different. Where you make page by page, but I don't know yet. I don't know yet because I just finished the big journal and it took me so many months and I'm like, I need a break, girl. I need just to do some little small projects for now. And I wouldn't know how to call my series anyways. What do I call when I make the journals? What do I say? Because I always say it's a beginner's journal. And it really is, kind of, for me. I feel like it is. Now, in my trash, I have the leftover envelope from the... a piece from the journal I was making, right? So I'm like, all right, you're going to play. Is it big enough? Yeah, I'm going to put this piece right here. But first of all, I'm going to go ahead and distress a little bit around it now. And then I'm going to sew. If you don't have a sewing machine, it's fine. You can glue it better and just do faux stitching like with your pencil or pen or whatever, marker. Or you can sew it by hand, believe it or not. It's possible. I've been sewing so much by hand. As you can see, I'm surrounded by needles and stuff. I don't know what happened to me. I always hated needles. Like sewing by hand, no, I will never. Let's put a little bit of something on the back. And I'm going to use the stencil that I was gifted. I'm so happy. Thank you so much again. I just love it, the little bubbles here. Maybe I should have made them bluish, but it's okay. Oh, I just love it. They are little bubbles. You know, for little pieces of paper, I don't know if the cam picks it up very well, but they're there. I don't need them to be like too much in your face. See, now I'm gonna sew it. I didn't realize I should have made the paper a little bigger, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna sew through the flower. That's fine with me. Okay, I'm gonna go to my sewing machine and pray that it works. Okay, I had to buy a new foot, but it's still not being delivered. Foot pedal, I guess it's called. Not just a foot. I do have my feet still there. I can't buy feet. But it sometimes just sews by itself. So it's crazy. Now what I want to do, I have decided I need to use my stuff. I need to use my stuff, so I'm gonna put sequins on here. I don't know. Shall we go blue? Blue? Blue butterfly? Blue flower? Blue butterfly or blue flower? And then we can do a star. And we can do just something like that. Oh, I feel like it looks good. What do you think? What do you think? I will go to my sewing machine. You can do it by hand as well, but I will try my sewing machine again and just sew on top of this. It's a little bit complicated to hold. Oh, I didn't put it back in. It's gonna go bye-bye if I don't do it. Oh, should we put some more somewhere? No. You know what? I also have my leftovers from God knows what in here. And I'm just gonna look for something. Here. That's from my journal. A leftover piece from my journal. I think that's what I'm gonna use. There is this tiny pieces that, you know, you never know what to do with. But I don't think I want such a big one. I think I'm just gonna take half of it. Why am I... See, I was cutting with those scissors because I lost my other scissors. It's amazing. I think I'm just gonna put it underneath. Now that's gonna be even more problematic. But it's okay. I will try to manage. I'm gonna just go to my sewing machine and sew this down. If I glue it, no, I don't want to destroy my needle. I'm just gonna sew this down. Alrighty, I did that. Doesn't that look cool? I think it does. Now what else can I do here? I could put a little bit of something here, but I think I'm good because you also need to kind of stick it somewhere. But what I want to do, and where did I put it? This is my favorite. Even though this is the most like challenging part, but this is my favorite part as well. I'm going to distress it, and then I'm going to sew some sequins and whatever on top. I have this, and I have my needles, and I have this. So I will just randomly, oh, that's not a lot of, hold on, thread. I need to find the end of the thread. That's not a lot of thread, but we will make it work. Now, what kind of sequins are we going to put on there? Let's go with white because they're right here on top. I'm just going to, and this is very good for my brain too. I've been doing this in the mornings actually. I will show you on Monday. I will just randomly, oh, first I have to stick this through, right. And then I will just put a couple of them here. Just very random, you know. Oh, almost came out of my needle here. Why would you do that? You know, you can do whatever pattern you want. You can use some sequins to go with that. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm thinking I might use a tiny little flower here. Maybe a yellow one, because I have so many sequins in all shapes, in all colors, and apparently I feel like I can't use them in my crafting. I think I'm gonna put 3 here. I don't know. I think I'm gonna put 3 right there. I kind of like it. But first, I'm gonna get there first. And to get there, I'm gonna sew a couple more on here. So you don't have to watch me sew it on, you know, but I just wanted to show you the beginning of the process here. And then you do you, okay? Whatever feels good to you, don't think about it twice. Just do it, you know? So I'm gonna sew these on and these on and then be back. Okay, so there you go. You can barely see them, but they are visible. And they have this little hole in the middle, so you can put a little bead and go back in and it will hold on to it, okay? Now here, you can either sew it like first and then glue it on top, or you can just put it on top and sew it and the stitching will be visible here. Whatever you feel like. You can just leave the sewing out. You know what? We can just leave it out because there's a lot of sewing going on already, right? So we could just, let me close it. For those of you who don't have needles, I guess everybody got a needle, but I just need to find my marker. And we will just go around it. And we will basically faux stitch this one. I don't know if you can see or not because I'm right here. I hope you can see. I will show you in a second. It's nothing special here. We're just going around this part. And we're pretending like we are sewing it. Okay? And I think I will have to glue it because it was like a double-sided. See? We're just sewing it. Yeah, I have to glue it right here. It could have been a pocket actually if I wouldn't have sewn through both layers. But I did, so there's even 3 layers. Good Lord. So I'm just gonna glue it. I know you probably can't see, but I'm just putting glue in between so I can glue it. And then I'm gonna put glue all over this part and just glue it down. And this is just a different type, and you can make a lot. To me, what counts here is that I can use up sequins, beads, little ugly papers, you know, that I don't see myself using this paper in my crafts, okay? I just don't, because I moved on from this and I moved on to a different one. And now I saw somebody doing this. I make a ton of ruffles for my store, but I saw somebody doing like a different kind of ruffle. And it was just, I'm like, this genius. I should have thought about this myself. That's it. That's all she did. I don't know who did this. I just, you know, sometimes I just go lay down and I watch and then I can't tell who did what. Okay, hold on. I want to go more in the middle with this so I can just staple it to the top better. Okay, and then I just take my stapler and I have to hold it here, but I'm just stapling, okay? I will show you, don't worry. But I have to hold it there. I staple this on top. Where's my distress ink? Right here. I distress it a little, so you basically got your tab here, okay? And there it is. How cool is that? I don't know, you tell me. Maybe I'm a little crazy, but this makes me happy. I think this makes me so happy. And I know for a fact, if I don't put it in my book of ideas, I will forget. I can make 20 of them, for 50 of them, but it doesn't matter. I will forget anyways. At some point, I will just forget that I had it, okay? That I made it, and I will never remember. I'm thinking right now, I kind of want a little bit of lace or something going there. Do we have like something lacy in here? I'm looking for leftover stuff. Oh look, I have some, what you call it? Tulle. Do I want a little bit of tulle? Like a little tulle ruffle here? Tulle ruffle? Do I? Do I want it? Kind of feel like something could go in here too. But now I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna just stitch it. I'm gonna go back to my sewing machine. That's too funny. My sewing machine started stitching by itself again. Because the foot, you know, I think there's like a loose connection. I wanted to make hearts, but then it started to stitch by itself and I had to turn it off. So I have half a heart and then something and then a full heart. But it doesn't matter. I really, really don't care. It looks cool. Oh, look, I think here you can see it better. There's a heart and then half a heart and then 2/3 of a heart. I'm not quite sure. But there is that, you know, and then you just put it somewhere and you are done. Yep. And I love it. A little bit of tulle, a little bit of paper, a little bit of trash, beads, whatever you got. If you don't have all of this, use whatever you have. I just have 2 drawers full of sequins and stuff, you know. So I'm trying to incorporate it because I had it for my pocket letters and now I don't use sequins and now I'm like, ugh. But I find new stuff every day. So I hope you enjoyed it. I know. It's just like, I don't know. I love it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys are all healthy and happy and having a great day, and I will see you soon.